What's up, guys? We're out here at Spirit Halloween in Akron, Ohio on Buchholzer Boulevard. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see where I hide a small pumpkin with a few stickers in there for you. Let's go inside and see what they got. First of all, check out this ginormous Spirit Halloween sign. This sign takes up this entire thing. That is awesome. I love the giant Spirit Halloween signs. I believe I've been to this store before, but I don't remember what it looks like, and it might be kind of small, but we'll figure it out. Ooh, not as small as I thought it was going to be, but they do have that little mini section over there. Let's go check it out. Lots of good things over here. I see a new ghost face mask that we've seen before, but he is awesome. But first, check this out. This is an ISC that I think came from a previous year. Here is Monkey Business. We'll say hello to him first if he's working. Oh, there he goes. It's his whistling quote. That one's always a little quiet in the beginning. Monkey see, monkey do. Love it. How awesome. Yeah, this I think came from a previous year, or at least people keep telling me that it came from a previous year. Grandma is here. Hello, Grandma. Love her. The crackling sounds.
Granny just wants to kiss you goodnight.
I love that quote. And she has just enough room to swing around here. Who's over here? The mutant rat. Hello, mutant rat. He'll do his squeaking for us. It looks like he's dancing with his hand right there, and that one's stretched out. That's hilarious. I love that even the small stores have something set up here. Here's the Crypt Countess. Hello, Countess.
You cannot escape. The shadows are closing in now. Each step you take leads you deeper.
There's an animatronic that is just like her, but I don't remember what its name is, and it's super creepy. It's like a psycho or something. You rule. That's hilarious. They look like they have a bunch of things here. Man, it looks super well stocked. Let's get started. I'm walking around this store trying to find the inflatables, but first of all, let me point out this floor is like a basketball court. I feel like I'm bouncing around here. But look at this. They have some animatronics over here for sale. We have two Mr. Punchy. How much is he now? $210. Awesome to see him here. And look at this. They got the Howling Spirit. I want the Howling Spirit. Wow, his box is actually smaller than I thought it would be. How much is the Howling Spirit? $200. Not too bad. I love him. I definitely want to get him. I'm gonna have to consider coming back here to get him at some point. They have two grandmas here. Man's Possessed Friend. We used to see a bunch of him. I wonder if we'll see a bunch of him this year. Crypt Countess is here. They have a foam coffin. They have another Man's Possessed Friend. Cerberus, Night Owl. They have two of him. Two Trick or Treat Pete, and Two-Faced Teddy. I cannot believe nobody's had Two-Faced Teddy set up yet. That is insane. Oh look, they have Headcase Harry right here hiding behind Chucky. Not too hard to find, but I think I found him maybe like 3 or 4 times. So he's not as common as some of the other animatronics we're seeing in the store for sale. And behind them, we have a couple more. The Scary Sitting Scarecrow and a Sinister Straw Man. This store is set up a little different than other stores. It's small, but they really crammed everything in here. It's awesome. We're still looking for the inflatables, but let me point out how stocked the masks are. They have a wall there, and they have a whole aisle here. Very cool, and I saw somebody looking at one a minute ago, and I think he grabbed it, but it was that awesome burlap ghost face. But that's okay. I want to grab it too. Next time I find one, I might have to buy it. They do have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 mask. That is a really good one. I love Leatherface. That one is $70. Let's see which masks they have over here though in this aisle. Sometimes they like to really tuck in some cool ones and hide them. There's the Stitch Pig mask. That is a new one for 2025. Super creepy, and that one is $30. Not a bad price at all for a creepy pig mask. Here's Ghostly Ghoul mask. That is a freaky one. That's gotta be cheap too. It's a half mask. Yeah, 15 bucks. Not too bad. Very light and pretty cheap. A good budget freaky mask. If I saw that in the dark, I would be scared. And they have the Possessed Pumpkin over here. I think they used to have some hands that would go with him, but I love that. All the way over the head. Looks like an awesome pumpkin with sharp teeth. That one is $40. Oh, and I like how the neck has like the vines and leaves. And they have some of our favorite classics here. There's Laughing Jack. That one is $40. That's actually pretty crazy. He is an awesome one though. I love his pointy striped nose. And there were some more classics over here. There's Jay the Killer. That one's always a favorite. And back over here, there's Momo, another favorite. Momo is $40. There's that alien mask we love. I wish they would have more hands hands for these masks. There's some hands right there, but these ones look like the zombie hands. It says a mask, but those are definitely hands without a mask. And I think those are on clearance for $17. Not bad. I want to see alien hands and werewolf hands and things like that. Wait a minute, there's a ton more masks over here. How awesome. This store is super stocked with masks. They have a ton of the old people here and a lot of clowns. And look at this one, L-Wire Jokes on You. Hold on, we gotta pull the tab. They taped it thinking that I wouldn't try so hard, but I am determined. There he is, look at that, very cool. I love the wire masks. That one is $20, and then we have a ton more over here. There's a dopey neon clown, some more clowns over here. I like that one. And they even have Wacky Mole right there. Another neon clown down here with purple hair, some orange eyes, and a green round nose. And the ice cream clown, that's one of my favorites, with the cone on his head. That is awesome. Okay, we found the inflatables and the babies. Let's go through the babies first. I see some Gutsy Gwen up here. Will she work? Yes, she does. Love Gutsy Gwen. And they have Crawling Claudette. And she's not going to work right now, but I love her. Definitely want to get her. Spider Better Billy is here. Flippin' Freddy. Haven't seen him in a long time. Michael Myers and Frankenstein's Monster. They have a Chucky. We're seeing a ton of him. Oh, look at this. They have both the teddy bear and the horror cat. I want both of these. I don't know which one I like more. Maybe the horror cat. It looks like they got in a fight and destroyed each other. Over here by all the pathway markers, they have the skulls. I like those ones. And they have the red ones, but those ones aren't going to work. They have the zombie heads. And they have the pumpkins. Nice, a bunch of these are working. They have the doll heads, will they work? Yes, with the green light. And looky here, we have one Sam door greeter. I think that's what they call him, or porch sitting thing. What do they call that? He is $50, porch buddy, that's what they call him. I've only seen Sam and Ghostface. I want to see some other characters of that. And here's the spooky pumpkin pathway markers, but the button is shoved in the box. And they have the 3-piece stacking ghosts right there, but look at all the inflatables. They have a decent selection here. There's the scarecrow archway and the snake, and they have the gargoyle, owl, cats, jack-o'-lanterns, plenty of them. Animated pumpkin cat, more of the mini jack-o'-lantern skeletons and the mini skeletons. They have a ton of these at all kinds of different stores. The inflatable coffins right there, you can put some beverages or candy in there, and a ton of ghosts and reapers. We saw this for the first time just the other day, and look, it's the talking creature, and somebody put a heart in his mouth, which is really funny. It actually works well with him. Let's see if he'll work. Yes, he does. What is up with this? A random shape on his head. You can hear him really well in this store. I love that, but what's up with that weird shape on his head? Let's do it one more time. Now he's gonna get quiet. Look what you done. I love it. This guy's awesome. I definitely want to get him. That is $45. They must have just released him. Very detailed. I love that. What an awesome prop. And I'm glad somebody put the heart in him. That goes perfectly. The weird creature is going to eat your heart. They also have the pumpkins eating the hand and the guts. I love these. I wish they were animated. Those are $40 a piece and super awesome. Oh, look down here. They have another talking creature. Sweet. I guess they all have that weird shape on their head. What is that about? There must be something in front of the light in there. Here's some devil cherub over here. Will one of them work? No, those guys never work. I've seen a few that do work, but a lot of the time they're broken or they're out of batteries. But he is super cool. His eyes light up red and he has some quotes. And I think even his wings flap a little bit, possibly. Here's something silly. Skeleton keys. That is too funny. They are keys with a skull lock and that is $10. How unique. We've got some sidesteppers here and look, another Leatherface. Yes. This is the second time this week that I've seen Leatherface. He is $33, one of my favorites. Rocking back and forth with his chainsaw. So awesome. They have Lydia, but she has some copywritten music, and they have Sam, and he always works. But his lollipop is broken off. They have the articulated Sam statues here, and it does have some sounds, and maybe even some quotes, but so far I just hear some creepy music. That one is $60. I still haven't seen that movie yet. I will watch it pretty soon. I hear a ton of good things about it. We have one bobblehead here, the baby killer clown, in the toilet. I have this one, and I love it. That is $40. I want to see more bobbleheads this year, like new ones. I haven't seen any new ones yet. They have a little selection of signs here, and they do have the awesome new Michael Myers pumpkin with the the knife in it. And the blood splatter, I love that one. That one is $19. There's only one of them here, so I think a lot of people are buying those. And then we have the blanket section and all the plush things, and they are very well stocked here. They have some awesome blankets here. I love this Sam one from Trick or Treat, and they have another really good one up there with a severed head. They have a ton of the slippers here. Look at this Scooby-Doo's feet. That is funny. That one is $33. My goodness. A little pricey for me. But they also have the Killer Clowns one that has Shorty with his boxing gloves. That one is $30. I would pay that for that one. And there's the Chucky one. I have that and I love it. They have Gizmo right there. And for plush things, they have the skeleton. I actually saw skeletons just like this at Five Below, and I forgot to check the price. But I'll have to look, and I'm trying to see a price on this guy as well, so I can compare the prices between here and Five Below. But I don't see a tag on him. How odd. Wait a minute, there's one right down here. $35. We'll have to remember that and then check the Five Below price. Here's the light up ghosts, and I want to see if they will work. This is a little bit darker of a store. There's the power button. Will he work? No. What in the world? I don't even know how you would like put batteries in there because I don't see a zipper or anything. Oh, there's possibly a little zipper right here. Oh, it's Velcro actually. So yeah, you have to add batteries to that, and then he lights up real nice with multicolors just like that. And he is $27. I might end up grabbing one of him for my daughter this year. Behind all that stuff, they have one of these awesome little mummies on top of a cute pumpkin. I love that. That is $13. They always have good little decor things here that you can put on like your tables or your bookshelves. Okay, over here by all of the fog machines and lights. Wait a minute, is this a new one? Evil jack-o'-lantern light? That looks cool. Fire and ice. That one is, I don't see a price on there. That's interesting though. That might be new. Is this new too? Flaming skull, fire and ice? Holy cow, I didn't know they had any new things here in the light section. There's the inflatable furry spider. We've seen that a few times. That is $20. But I wanted to point this out. Animatronic prop timer. So you can put a timer on your prop. $30. Takes 3 AAA batteries. Has a 10-foot cord. Customizable activation time from 2 minutes up to 1.5 hours. I wonder in what situation you would use that. I do have the multi-prop remote, but you can also get your battery adapters here, and DC adapters, and of course the step pads and activation switches. And this is one we haven't seen in a while, the knocker. They have like 3 of them here, and that is $40. And of course they have a bunch more things over here. They have more lights. I want to get the fire one. And they have black lights, and I need a black light. How much is this? 18 inches for $35. Not too bad. I think they have small ones. Yes, purple light bulb. I don't know if that's a black light. $4 a piece for these light bulbs, and they have other colors too, red and green. They have mini strobe lights that work. That one's red. They have other colors here. Here's something I didn't know existed. I knew they had the mini hanging LED flame lights for $35 a piece, but they also have green ones. That is cool. You can also get fog hose and adapter kits here. That is $17 in case you need to transport the fog far away from your machine. They have lots of the Good Spirit Halloween branded costumes here. I'll mention a few. Hazardous Waste Zombie. I love that one. $50 and Blacklight Reactive. They have the Glow Reaper. I like that one. That one is $37 with the souls on the bottom. We're seeing a lot of the Headless Horsemen lately. Ooh, they have the Crouchy Clown costume here. $70. I guess he's not too hard to find anymore. There's Jack the Reaper. He is $45, but you need to get your own scythe. And Gothic Vampire on clearance for $30. Not too bad. Oh, and there's the Shadow Man. We're seeing a lot of him lately too. Here's more Spirit branded costumes. They have a ton of food options. There's a pizza for $30. Does not come with the pizza box. There's a hot dog. That one is $37. A cheeseburger. That one's $40. They have bananas, tacos. They even have the inflatable corn costume up there. I love that one. How funny. This is a small store, but they have some of the big costumes. $80 for the squirrel. I love that. And he does come with the attachable acorns. Peanut butter jelly, bacon and eggs, milk and cookie. That's a cool one for $50. There's the bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. That one is $40. And they have a singular Flaming Hot Cheeto for $40. 3D costume and the sunglasses. That's funny. It comes with the sunglasses, but you need your own bag of Cheetos. Out of all the things to include in this costume, why the sunglasses? Everybody has a pair of sunglasses they could wear with a costume. This store has the handsome Squidward masks. We might see these everywhere now. They just released it. $20 for that. And they also have the jellyfishing net. That was kind of hard to find last year, and it comes with a little jellyfish. That one is $15. And they have the Chum Bucket candy collector. That is $17. I love that. There's the spatula. We were looking for it at the last store and they didn't have it. That is $10. I wish they had the gold spatula here. I wonder if that even exists. And I don't know if I've ever seen this before. An inflatable Patrick costume. That is $70. That is awesome, and it has googly eyes that move around. How cool. I would love to see an inflatable Patrick, Squidward, and SpongeBob trick-or-treating this year. Kind of funny that the Plankton is foam 3D instead of inflatable. That one's $55. $55. I actually haven't seen the Ghostbusters Ghost Trap in a while, but they have here 2 of them, $50 a piece. Maybe people are buying these up. They also have the badges and the walkie-talkies that have some quotes, but that one's not going to work. And the Ecto goggles, I need that for my collection. And they have some proton packs. These are the smaller ones, and these ones are $90. They do have a new upgraded deluxe version, and you can find it at some stores, but it's actually a little bit rare. Here's some DC Universe costumes. I know a lot of people like them, but I don't show them very often. There's Spider-Man. That one is $60. That's actually a Marvel one. And here's another one, Miles Morales. I never get his name right, so correct me if I'm wrong. That one is $60. They have the Riddler. I love that one. He's one of my favorites for $70. There's the Flash. That one is $60. Peacemaker from Suicide Squad. That one is $45. They have Wolverine costumes here for $60. The Joker that everybody hates. That one is $65. There's the one everybody likes from Arkham Asylum, but I don't really like that mask. And I don't see a price. Oh, I think it's like $59.99. And here's another Joker. That one is $70 for the ruby red Joker suit, but you have to do your own makeup for that. And there's another Joker right there. This is the tailcoat, and that one is $80. Jeez. Jacket, pants, and the bow tie. And yet another one, the Joker suit. That one's purple for $70. Comes with the Joker pants and the tie. Kind of surprised we don't see any Batman costumes here, but they do have a Batman half mask, and that's $10. Not a bad price. And look at this, they have some Batman little wrist attachments for $18. I've actually never seen those before. And if you are going to choose one of those Joker costumes here, they do have a Joker cane, and that one is $20, and it's very light plastic. And they even have some cosmetic kit Joker makeup there, and it comes with the smile. How cool. That is $13. Look at this right next to the Buzz Lightyear costume and Woody. They have a Buzz Lightyear half mask. That thing is ginormous. That is $20. Not bad. How funny. I've never seen that one before. But there's the Buzz Lightyear costume. That one is $60. Comes with the jumpsuit and the purple hood. And I think you can find, yes, the kit. That one comes with the hood, inflatable jetpack with adjustable straps, collar with attached chest plate, and the gloves. So that is an inflatable jetpack. If I was gonna be Buzz Lightyear, I would totally get the inflatable jetpack. Then, of course, they have Woody right there for $60. Jumpsuit with attached vest and boot covers, hat, bandana, belt with holster, and the badge. The whole shebang. And they even have Mr. Potato Head down here. That's an inflatable one for $80. And they have the aliens. That one is $25. If you have a ton of friends, you can have a bunch of them dress up as the aliens, and then one of them dress up as Buzz Lightyear. And they have Rex inflatable costume here too. That's awesome for $80. Now wait a minute, here's the inflatable jetpack on its own, and that one is $17 versus this kit over here for $37. This one does come with the hood and stuff, but if you just need the jetpack, there it is right there. And they have a female Buzz Lightyear costume right there too for $50. I skipped the Art the Clown section the last few times, but somebody is asking to see it again. So here is the regular Art the Clown mask with no blood on it, and that one is $70 from Trick or Treat Studio, and they have the bloody one. That one is my favorite. Probably the same price. Yeah, $70. Above him is the Art Krispies crossbody bag, and if you look on the back, there is a maze. Get Art to the circus on time. That is $33. They have a bunch of the sunflower glasses here. That is $10. They have the Art Krispies right there, the box that you can hang on the wall as like a display piece. There's the door cover. That is $23. They have the little pale girl costumes for $50. There's a female Art the Clown costume there for $60. Comes the dress tights, mini hat, sunglasses, collar, and the fingerless gloves, but you need to get a knife for it. There's the regular Art the Clown costume up here, and that one is $60. I don't really like the mask that comes with it though. They have a better one over here somewhere. Let's find it. There's the bloody one. That's the one I like. $60, and they have a bunch of them here. This one is adult large XL. Jumpsuit, half mask, mini hat, collar, hood, and fingerless gloves, and that mask is great, and I love the blood on that. But you still need to get your own knife for that costume. They also have an awesome Art the Clown magnet right there, and they have some pins and patches, and they have an awesome collectible knife. There's the Art the Clown bag. It's like a book bag, but he has plush. I love that one. He has the sunglasses on. And here's a smaller Art the Clown mask right there. That one is Spirit Halloween branded, and it's actually a decent mask. I like the way that one looks, and it does come with the hood and the mini hat, and that is $30. Here's the Jason section, and we haven't seen those new Jason masks more than once yet, but that's okay. They have a ton of good things here, like my favorite jacket right there that doubles as a mask. And looky here, they have some small, like kids size jerseys. This is $30, and I love that jersey. I haven't seen the kids size yet. I didn't even know it existed. Is this a new one right here too? Ooh, yes, it's a different one. That one looks like it's for females because it's kind of a low cut, but that is very cool. Love it. Look at how well stocked the Chucky section is. They have tons of the cool stuff, including the bedazzled Chucky knife. That is very cool. I love the bedazzled stuff. $17 for that. Then there's the regular knife down there. Chucky masks. I don't really like either of these though. This one's not bad, but it's a half mask. They have his ruler. That's probably the one I would get if I was going to be Chucky. $10, not bad. Then they have his axe there. That one is $17. Awesome Chucky necklace. Then they have some window clings. There's Glenn. There's Chucky. And that might be it. Usually they have his bride as well. There's a Chucky wig for $20. And they have plenty of costumes here. I like this one, the Chucky box, for $50, but it's just the shirt and the box. So you'd need to get the wig still and wear a pair of pants. They have a Chucky costume right there for $45. That one comes with a mask. Spirit Signature Collection. Premium quality costume includes denim printed overalls with embroidery detail, striped shirt with rib knit neckline and cuff, deluxe half mask, and styled faux hair. Knife sold separately. I honestly don't like that mask though. For a deluxe costume, they should definitely include a better mask. And of course they have the Tiffany costume right there. That one is $60. And the knife is sold separately. Finally, we found a Stranger Things section that is decently stocked. They have Lucas track jacket. It says $40, but it's marked off, so this might be on clearance. Yes, this one says $30. Not bad. It says Hawkins on there. They have Hopper for $35. Lucas basketball costume right there for $30. They have 11 on sale for $40. A Hawkins High cheerleader uniform for $50, but that might also be on clearance. I just don't see a clearance price. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Here's a Beetlejuice Ouija board. That is interesting. Look at that. That thing is green. That's actually kind of cool. And that is $30. I should get this. An awesome Friday the 13th lunchbox. Look at that. That is $17. Not bad. I could totally carry around my lunch in that while I'm out here traveling to Spirit Halloweens. I love it. They also have a Harry Potter one that looks like a suitcase. Trick or Treat. Haunted Mansion. That one's all damaged. Oh no. It's all bent up. Here's a Chucky one. Lots of cool lunchboxes here. What is this thing? A baby hand that you can extend to poke people with. That is hilarious and I love it. $5. It's gonna be really hard not to walk out of the store with this. What a funny little prop. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me. Ah, yes. Hello. This thing is hilarious. I love it. You've got something in your nose. Let me get it for you. Look at this. I just missed an entire stack of animatronics. And look, they have the groundbreaking sandworm here. I might have to get this just to point at animatronics and things while I'm at the store. There's Headcase Harry and Bullseye, and they have two Jack the Reaper here. Collector's item, Jack the Reaper. They have the Spirit Halloween Jenga here. We're starting to see them a little more often. Pretty cool, but I don't see the Spirit Halloween Monopoly here. Sometimes we find both of them at the same store. This is a sweet SpongeBob mug right here. Look at that, man. You could fit a ton of coffee in that. It'd be kind of awkward to drink out of though. $17. That would go great in my collection. I'm definitely grabbing this thing. This thing is too fun. Still haven't seen the Spirit Halloween coloring books though. I'm pretty sure they're coming out in stores, but we're gonna keep our eye out. There's the stencils for carving your pumpkins, and sometimes they have Ghostface ones and Friday the 13th, but so far I just see Nightmare Before Christmas and the Ultimate Stencil book with a bunch of random things. There's a dinosaur on there. Some pretty cool stencils in there. Here's a Contest Winners Pumpkin Masters. Oh, actually it has the Spirit Halloween brand on the top. Pretty cool. And that has some more little designs on there. Oh, I like that one. The cat. And I like the bat. That is cool. I'll have to get some of these at some point. Pumpkins are already out at Mark's actually, so I'm gonna have to start carving soon. Speaking of carving, they almost always have some carving kits here. This one looks good. Deluxe carving kit, and they are metal. That is $15, and they have some teeth to go in your pumpkin's mouth, and they always have some tea lights. Those have batteries in them, so you don't have to worry about an open flame. And they even have these kits that have the stencils in them and a few tools, and I like that those are curved actually. That might be really easy and nice for when you're carving. $9 for that, and some awesome stencils too. All right, for a small store, that was actually pretty good. They had some things that you would usually see at a big store, and we did get our little baby hand right there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. Probably point at things at the store while I'm going to Spirit Halloweens. That is awesome. Now it's time to hide the small pumpkin. There is the front of the store, and over here there's a nice little ledge. We're gonna take the small pumpkin and we're gonna put him right here on the ledge. Come and get him. He's got 3 stickers in there for you. You can take one for yourself and leave a few for some other fans, or you can take them all for yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.